They say the future is 3D printed, but for these two giants, the present looks more like a high-stakes horror movie. Welcome to HDIN Research. Today, we're peeling back the glossy corporate wrappers of Stratasys and 3D systems to see who's actually eating and who's being eaten. This isn't just a financial report, it's a post-mortem of an industry at a crossroads. Let's get into the blood and the guts of the numbers. Imagine a party where the music stops and the lights go out. That was 2025 for industrial tech. Interest rates were so high that companies stopped buying new machines and started counting their pennies. In this environment, you're either a survivor or dinner. We're looking at two different paths here, one company trying to keep its head down, and the other undergoing an emergency organ transplant. Here is where the wow turns into ouch. One of these companies looks solid, but we found a hole in their pocket the size of a crater. 3D Systems revenue didn't just slip, it collapsed by 12%. That's like losing your entire Friday and Saturday sales every single week. Worse, their auditors basically said, "We don't entirely trust how you're counting your money." That's the corporate equivalent of your bank saying they lost your statement. If you only take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Cash is the only oxygen left in the room. Our verdict? Stratasys is the one with the oxygen tank. 3D Systems is surviving by selling off its own limbs, literally selling their software divisions, just to pay the bills. One is lean and mean, the other is just getting smaller. Let's talk about revenue quality. Think of it like this. Is your money a one-time gift, or is it a subscription that never ends? This is the battle of the razor versus the blade. Stratasys is the king of the, quote, hidden tax. Over 45% of their money comes from the ink, the materials you have to buy once you own the printer. 3D Systems? They rely way too much on selling the big, expensive machines. In a recession, nobody buys a new oven, but everyone still buys bread. Stratasys owns the bread market. Look at this scoreboard. It's a shutout. Stratasys has a positive cash flow of $15 million. 3D Systems? They're burning $88 million. To put that in perspective, 3D Systems is setting fire to enough cash to buy a private jet every single month, while Stratasys is actually putting money into the piggy bank. 3D Systems reported a profit this year. Wait, what? Didn't I just say they were burning cash? Here's the trick. They sold their best software tools for $140 million. It's like selling your car to pay for gas. It looks like you have money in your pocket today, but how are you going to drive to work tomorrow? Now, look at Stratasys' $100 million loss. It looks scary, right? But it's actually a spring cleaning. They decided to write off their old mistakes, like the Ultimaker merger, all at once. They didn't lose that cash today. They just told the accountants to stop pretending those old investments were still worth full price. It's a fresh start. Next up, who's actually building the future? It's pragmatism versus science fiction. Stratasys is building parts for airplanes and dental clinics, things we use right now. 3D Systems is trying to print human lungs and livers. It's a beautiful dream, but you can't pay your employees with maybe one-day organs. Stratasys is winning the now, while DDD is betting the house on maybe. In the dental world, Stratasys is the new dentist in town with a laser. Their TrueDent tech is printing dentures that actually fit and last. This is high-margin, recession-proof business. While 3D Systems' medical sales are actually shrinking, Stratasys is drilling deep into the healthcare moat. This graph shows how fast a company clears its warehouse. Stratasys got efficient. They turned their spare parts back into $35 million of cold, hard cash. 3D Systems is still tripping over unsold boxes in their hallway. The bottom line? If you want a company that can survive a storm, Stratasys has the cash and the zero-debt balance sheet to do it. 3D Systems is a gamble that requires a miracle in their restructuring plan. In this economy, I'd rather have the fortress than the lottery ticket. Think we're wrong about the 3D printing future? Drop a comment below. And if you need this level of deep dive research for your own portfolio or company, reach out to us at HDIN Research. We find the craters before you fall into them. Thanks for watching.